All right, little windy. Let's get going on this. We've got started cutting some of these beams, but actually, let me flip. Yeah, so this is the rest of the floor that we pulled out that was remaining in that corner to hold up the other stuff. I just pulled them out. I'm put them on the deck, and I hope they'll survive like the winter or whatever. I don't think it'll be that long, and then I'll be able to pull them back inside, or I can just show you. I don't know. I'm just talking with my mental pictures in my head. Yeah, so I just pulled these out, because there's nowhere for them, and no more floor and all that. And so let's go wide here. Yeah, excellent. All right, so yeah, first thing first, put in this middle beam, and actually I'm gonna just climb on down. So that's the plan. I just cut these to see what the situation is, how high it's going to be. I think actually I cut this one for over here, but I cut them long just so I can cut them again. It's a little hard to fit this enormous these enormous beams on this table. And so yeah, so we've got a few these. It's been a while since I've used this. Actually, it's nice to be using it again, but I think it's been since framing or doing the roof, I think. But yeah, so these need to be super square. They can't be all janky and stuff. They need to be spot on so that they'll hold the floor up properly, so it's not all squeaky and leaning and whatever. So yeah, so I cut off a few just to get it started, and then I've pulled out those middle posts made of caliche, and I didn't put them very far, just threw them out the door. So yeah. All right, so I was thinking about, get this out of the way. I gotta move these, but as I've been, seeing where that comes up against it, and it's based on this block. See, I just need to move these out of the way for now. It'll be a second before I use those. Okay, so the problem is with that. Actually, let me just do that. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, you know what? I can't have those here because I'm going to lay it down just to show you. And doing pickles. So I got the. I think he's extra curious right now because he. Well, I went up. Got the blower, leaf blower thing. See all these little black pieces on the ground? Those are pieces from the mice making little house inside my leaf blower. So when I turned it on, a bunch of that stuff went and then I knew something was in there, so I kept blowing it out and stuff. It took a bit. but it was clean. So, all right, so what I think I'm going to do, rather than having it vertical, which I prefer, but the idea was that I was going to have two laying horizontally like this, which of course the metal is going to get in the way, so I'm going to have to remove that, and that means I won't be able to bolt it, and I'm kind of bothered by that. But I prefer to have the cement, block there, so that it's, a decent post. The other way to do it is to actually dig and lower it a little if I can. But if I hold it, horizontal, I'm going to have to remove the metal things anyway, because it's not wide like that. But to put it horizontal, sorry, you can tell it's all planned out perfect. So I'm gonna see if I can do this with both hands there. Okay, so see how that comes right up against that cement thing? That's perfect. That's what I want. And then down here, I can double up, and I'll have these guys down here like this, and so the flat part will be up there. It'll meet up flush with this, and then I'll have a second beam on top of it laying. But that's the general idea. So what are you doing, Pickles? So, but because these are a lot lower, so down here, because it has a decline, and that's what those are for. Come up, thing will meet perfect, and so that's the idea. I got to work out exactly how I'm going to do it, but I just wanted to explain first. So, but if I cut wrong, then I've got the one out there, I've got this one, I've got these two super long, so I'll be able to replace it if I cut it wrong or something. So that's all. Okay. Most excellent. Got it flush here. We've got nice straight line. All the way up to center. Perfect. I left a little bit of room, just a smidge of room, so that the wood expanding, if at all. I don't think it will, but I just wanted to leave just a tiny bit shadow, just a tiny bit, so it'll expand and contract. So these the hardware is not the correct one, because I was gonna do them rolled over on end, and instead I did them flat, and so so I bent out the one side so that it'll fit on the thing, and then I can bolt it in, and bolt it in here, bolt that in there. I'm gonna have to be careful on these little ones because that could split. But I think if I drill it, it'll be fine. Mostly it just needs to be length needs to be vertical to hold up the weight, because that's the stronger way. And then it ends here, the second one, and then the top one is just so. So that's how it is. And then this end, so I only got 3 of these little hardware things, because originally I was just going to do the 3 posts, but I decided to go to 4, so it's okay. I don't know that I need one over here, but I already flattened this thing down, but since I ended up doing it, flat up here and raising it here, I decided, oh, hey buddy. So, based on that, I'll probably bend these back up if I can. I don't know. I bashed them pretty hard, so but that way at least I can. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try a few of the, these guys. But I only have 4. So these 3 and the one that I marked, and it's out on my, hey buddy. He's cold. It's pretty cold out here. The sun's Sun's down past the horizon. So time to get warm, and that means it's time to go get warm. Everything good. I think tomorrow I'm gonna glue and screw them in, and then go to town for more boards. But I'm gonna take the time to put those up just to see, just to make sure everything works out good. Because to be clear, okay. I kept trying to get him to blanket up, mister. Good boy. Look at all this, just dirty doggy. Because these are 6, or are they 7? I think they're 7, which really means 6.5 or whatever. Anyway, so like, this being flush with that means that it can only go 4 inches, or 3.5, whatever, because if I were to use 2x4s, which is what they used to have, and then it comes up to about here, and then the rest is plywood for the flooring. So I'm gonna just be a little bit extra down, a little bit farther, just to be sure, because like I'm gonna put plywood, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of, the not carpet. They used to have carpet on top of that, but I'm gonna put actual like flooring material on it. So anyway, so yeah, so that's why I'm gonna practice tomorrow and get the one cut, put it on there, fit everything, make sure that's good, and then get a bunch more and do the same thing. So it will be sticking down here, and only a certain part of it will be here, and it'll go across, and then that same amount will be up here as if it was a 2x4, but since they're 7 or 6.5 or whatever, so they'll be sticking down to here. So should be good. It's not that big of a span. So honestly, it's like 12 feet, so it's like 6 feet. It'll be fine. It would be fine with 2x4s. I don't want to do 2x4s. I want to do extra. I want to overbuild, so it'll last a long time. Even if I sell it or whatever, I want it to be nice and good and strong. So that'll be sticking down. It'll only have a certain amount sitting on this, but the rest will be, there'll be less flex in the board when somebody steps on it. It'll be more rigid. So that's where it's at. And I was going to do my alignment laser, but the battery's dead. So I'm going to I'll probably start up my generator tomorrow. And, I don't know. I mean, because I'm going to go into town to get more wood, and I might just like plug it in and let it charge while I'm there, and it'll go a little faster. But either way, mostly it's just to make sure everything is level and straight, and that's what it's for. So the plans were more for it to be like above the floor, but if I can use it here, then I will. I want to make sure that it's extra straight. Oh, get down here. I kept pushing it back and forth a little bit, getting it centered, but as long as the ends meet where they're supposed to be, and then I adjust the middle to hit that, it'll be good. All right, I think it is. See, this is what I have to climb up every day. On it. Also, I need to get rid of all that. Put all that stuff in the wood pile. I don't like this stuff sitting around, because if I faced it down, because you know, this stuff, it's no good, you know, to have around just sitting there. So yeah, so very happy, very pleased. Went a lot faster than I thought, and got gravel under all of them. Got a little bit of drilling and bolting, and I'm gonna see what I have for the big bolts, because I actually have big bolts that fit into the bigger holes, which is actually what I was planning to do with these. And I never drilled them so that, you know, the wood can adjust, but I will probably do those tomorrow as well. So I need to see what I have as far as bolts go, and then yeah, I don't know that I have enough. So I don't think that I do, because I wasn't planning on the part, but they are used up here. See those bolts? Those are with washers. I don't have enough for all of those. That's 2 per post, and then multiple for the little posts under the floor. So we'll see. We'll see what I got, and maybe I'll get more if I need them. If I don't need them, then, you know, it might be okay. All right, there we go. I think we're good for the day. Look at all these little tiny measurement shavings, just a pile of them, because just to get it, you know, to fit. Want to fit right. It feels good. Feels good working with wood again. It's been a while.